are underway. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a two-time winner now in Patrick Mahomes.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Now Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Finding Hardman here over the middle. And Hardman's going to pick up the Chiefs' first down as he's down at the 17-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw.
Locates Hardman for another catch. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal from the 6.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
2nd and 6.
Toss play to Jackson. Oh, what a move. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this is an offense that's #1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Up the middle they go. Stover, and he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And you can see they're in 2nd place in the division, but they have clinched postseason football. That's the important thing. They currently have the best record among the wild card contenders, but they want to make sure they finish this season strong.
And isn't that the case each and every year about one division that ends up being the top-loaded division? And unfortunately this year, it's theirs. But you could spin it and say, hey, they've been tested, and they've beaten a lot of good teams already. They will be prepared for the playoffs.
Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This, the 2nd meeting between these 2 division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On the home Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's brought down. Waddle's first catch, good for a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Chiefs' 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught. Gets around him. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Catch there for Waddle. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Jalen Waddle. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw again. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. Touchdown Raiders. From 13 yards out, and the Raiders have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
26-yard line.
Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 5.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. He's still barreling through. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Open man is Myers. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. And again, it's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now here's Mahomes. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And this is incomplete.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
Mahomes firing complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now a 3rd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Mahomes now on 1st down. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. This 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Mahomes to throw once more. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he returns this to the 22. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. 2nd and 15. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A 54-yard attempt.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached half. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He might score. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the Raiders have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Mahomes. That is caught. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run through.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on third down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down at 7. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Mahomes now on first down. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Myers again with another catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. To another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Here's a diving catch right side. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Able to find Gray here. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Mahomes now to throw. That's caught by Myers. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Jacoby Myers, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have come back to make it a 2-point game.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raiders offense ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Back to throw here. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Stover, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll drop the throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 8 yards out, and the Raiders have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
A 37-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's when you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was a wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. Broken tackle. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought they had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
Made at the 14-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs 1st down as the tackle made up at the 27. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point in the 2nd half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
On these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27.
And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
He was defended by Brian Cook.
They'll try the left side. Stover. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll keep it on the ground. Stover, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
The punt team on now as this one's set away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 35-31. A minute 38 to go. Staring them in the face is the need to go 97 yards. No easy task as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive.
But that won't do much good as he is tackled at his own 7. Mahomes.
2nd and 6.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Mahomes. Gets this to Myers. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
In stride. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Mahomes.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Mahomes will throw. Finding Gray on the out route.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Raiders, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's a slip-up that could cost them as they drop now to 12-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.